Hello, fellow shadows. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Phil, the leader of and the creator and founder of Scattered Shadows. And today we're going to talk about Star Wars fatigue and how it does not exist whatsoever. Because some people at Lucasfilm's been saying, "Oh, the reason why uh Galaxy Edge isn't as busy as they we would like. The reason why Solo a Star Wars story failed in compared to the other Star Wars movies is because of Star Wars fatigue, which is bullshit. And sorry for the language, it is bullshit. And here's why: we have gotten like 21, 22 Marvel movies in the MCU to get to like 20 something movies in the course of the past 10 years to get to Endgame. Guess Endgame was like the big bad, like the big movie of the MCU so far. And it, like I said, it has 20 movies. We haven't had the MCU fatigue of the course of 10 years with 20 something movies. We had uh, 8 Star Wars movies before The Force Awakens. The prequels, the original trilogy, Clone Wars movie that got a series after it, and that god awful holiday special. And which is like the first spin-off Star Wars movie, the holiday special. And everybody, a lot of people were excited for the Clone Wars movie, which was before, like, the newest Star Wars movie before uh uh The Force Awakens. It was literally the and I feel like a lot of people were excited for the Clone Wars. I was lucky enough to see it in theaters, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I got the criticism. I understood the criticisms for Ahsoka Tano with that movie, but I still enjoyed the movie. And there was even they were all originally going to re-release the original 6 movies in theaters in 3D. They did it with The Phantom Menace, which I have seen, like the 3D movie in like the 3D version in theaters. So, and I enjoyed the 3D effect. It was pretty nice. And I did enjoy. Some people, you might criticize me for this, but I did like the CGI Yoda in the Phantom Menace edit of 3D. But I think it got canceled when Disney bought Lucasfilms. I don't know. But it would be nice to see the original 6 Star Wars movies back in theaters as 3D. But but my point is, a lot of people were excited about the Phantom Menace getting re-released into theaters, regardless if it was 2D, 3D, or IMAX. A lot of people were excited for the Phantom Menace to come back in theaters, and that came out like 2011, I believe. So you can't say that it's Star Wars fatigue. There's fatigue against Star Wars at that point, per se, and with the MCU, with having 20 something films over the course of 10 years. Now, I almost did not see Captain Marvel because of Brie Larson, but it has nothing to do with me having fatigue of Marvel movies. It's because I couldn't really stand. I don't like Brie Larson as a person, but that's a video for another time. The Force Awakens, a lot of people were excited about because that was the first Star Wars movie that was a sequel to what happened in Return of the Jedi, and I enjoyed it. I watched it in theaters 3 times, and I thought it was, yeah, it was a rehash of A New Hope, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a beautiful setup movie, regardless if it was a rehash of A New Hope. It was still a good movie. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I saw it with my sister, and I enjoyed it. It's my favorite Star Wars movie in under the Disney banner. Then comes The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi. At first, I was loving it. I was on the hype train. But like with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, I realized I didn't exactly love it. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, like, really dislikes The Last Jedi. Understandably. I, and a lot of people, not only Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, dislikes The Last Jedi. I don't love The Last Jedi, but I don't exactly hate it as much as some people do. But I definitely don't really love it. I think it could have been better, and there were some issues I had with the movie, like with Luke dying and Leia being like in a coma for like half the movie. But that kind of put the fandom at war, which essentially created the fandom menace. But then Solo: A Star Wars Story came out, and the reason why that was a flop compared to the last three Star Wars movies that was in theaters under the Disney banner, it's not because of Disney fatigue, and it's not necessarily because barely anyone wanted a Han Solo movie, which barely anyone wanted a Han Solo movie, but it's mostly because The Last Jedi, and it's not exactly because of the movie exactly. It's because the people at Lucasfilms decided to bash people who dislike The Last Jedi. And that's why Solo: A Star Wars Story failed. In my opinion, the main reason, because people at Lucasfilms, like Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, decided to bash people who criticized The Last Jedi. Now, some of them, yeah, might have came from the place of toxicity, but 90% of fans who criticize The Last Jedi ain't being toxic. They criticize The Last Jedi because they care about Star Wars. And they wanted a better version of The Last Jedi. And a lot of people are pissed off that people at Lucasfilms decided to bash the fans who dislike the movie. I am one of those people that am disappointed in Lucasfilms. The people at Lucasfilm for bashing the fans who dislike The Last Jedi and Solo and any content that they put out since they bought out Lucasfilms. Like, I make videos. If I see somebody criticizing me, like giving me a critique on that video, like, oh, you could have done this better or whatnot, I'm not going to call them an idiot for it. I'm going to listen, I'm going to read it, I'm going to acknowledge their critique. I'm going to try to apply it next time in the best way I can. Because, shoot, as much praise as I might get, I also do like people critiquing me so I can be better than I was before. And which is something people as Lucasfilms seem to not be able to grasp because all they care about is, oh, our movies are perfect. If you don't like our movies, then you're racist, sexist, blah 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 blah. Like, come on, man. So it's mainly because the people at Lucasfilms bashing fans who dislike The Last Jedi or had any critique of The Last Jedi and Solo or any of their work. That's why people are beginning to be turned off of Star Wars. And that could be part of the reason why Galaxy Edge isn't doing as well as they could have. I mean, there is other reasons too, but that is part of the reason. So it's not Star Wars fatigue. If you want to put fatigue anywhere near Star Wars, it's more like people getting tired of getting bashed for their opinions for The Last Jedi and Solo fatigue. That's where the fatigue comes in. Not exactly because of they keep on cranking out Star Wars movies. I mean, like I said, Marvel had 20-ish movies within the last 10 years. We have not had Marvel fatigue, MCU fatigue. We only had 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Star Wars movies in general. And if there was also bad writing and people at Lucasfilms stop bashing the fans at Disney, I mean fans who disliked or criticized their work in any way, then and acknowledge shit and try to apply it next time in the next movie, like for example in this case, The Rise of Skywalker, then people will be on board. They will say, yes, 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 when's the next Star Wars movie? But a lot of people won't do that, and they won't and they will never be, and people who are turned off currently will never say, yes, yes, what's the next Star Wars movie? As long as you guys at Lucasfilms keeps bashing the fans who dislike your work, Lucasfilms. So just keep that in mind next time you bash a fan for criticizing what you have been doing. So I just wanted to make that video. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Please comment below, share, putting your opinions in this, because I always read what you guys say in the comment section. Trust me. Even if I don't reply to them, which I do my best to reply to them as soon as I can. But I always, at the very least, look at your comments. So please comment, giving me your take on the whole Star Wars fatigue shit. Do you guys buy into it? Not buy into it? Leave a comment below, and may the force be with us all. Because we all need it.